Have a great holiday, and I will see you soon. Because it's not goodbye, it's see you later.
Well, can't believe I'm saying this, but we did it. I've officially finished college, which means it's time to celebrate this in the most meaningful way I can possibly do it. Welcome back to another video, everybody. How's it going, everybody? This is Tyler Drabo. Hope you all are having another great day, and welcome back to another video. And folks, we have did it. It is the end of the fall 2020 semester. It is the end of a long journey that I started 4.5 years ago to be able to get through college with a bachelor's degree. As I've mentioned before multiple times, this is my final semester. Wednesday was officially my last class as an undergraduate student, and I just can't believe this day has come. I mean, after 4.5 years of fighting to be able to get to all my classes, making sure that I'm doing everything right and making sure I'm keeping up with everything, here I am. I'm now an official university graduate, and the college days are done for me. I just cannot believe that I was able to make it to this point. I mean, this was something that I never thought I was going to be able to do. And so yeah, today's video is just more of just an opportunity to reflect, you know, just to look back on everything that I've done to be able to get to this point and celebrate. You know, just celebrate this moment with you guys and just celebrate the fact that I am now an official university graduate and an official graduate of Kean University. I mean, this is just something that 4.5 years ago I had no idea if I was going to be able to achieve, but here I am. We did it, and we did it together because I took you guys along for the ride with me. And this was such a long road for me to be able to get to because, you know, 4.5 years ago I had been booted out of my mom's house in Kean after I had graduated from high school. And, you know, up until that moment, you know, I was going through a lot when I was in Kean. I've mentioned a lot of times that, you know, I had a lot of issues going on there. And up until that point, I was able to have one more exciting moment, which was my graduation from Kean High School after going through 3 high schools in nearly 4 years. And, you know, up to this point, that was really the biggest milestone I have had in my life up to this point. And after that, I just didn't really know what to expect next. You know, I began working with my dad here in Springfield in June of 2016. You know, I really didn't know what to expect up to that point. I mean, I had no idea where my journey was going to go next. I'm going to be honest with you, I didn't know what college I wanted to go to because the original college of my choice at Rutgers, you know, I wasn't able to get into that. Life was hard for me up to that point. I just really had no idea what to do up to that point. And, you know, the fact that, as I mentioned before, I had intellectual disability, I was worried about whether or not I was going to be able to even get through college at that point, because I know there were very few autistics that have even been able to graduate from college in general with a degree of any kind, nonetheless a bachelor's degree. It was something that I had to keep in mind because I really didn't know where my journey was going to go next. Being somebody that was hesitant at first to go to community college, I realized that that was really the one and only option that I had when it came to starting college. And as I've mentioned multiple times before, looking back on it, that was probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made, and that really just kickstarted my journey from there, and the rest was just history up to that point. You know, I had such a successful time at Union County College. All but one of my semesters that I had at Union County College, I had straight A's. The only one where I really didn't do as well was in the spring of 2018 semester, yet I still passed all my classes there very easily. Yeah, I did a whole lot of very special activities there. I mentioned Phi Beta Kappa. I also did a lot of Operation PB&J events and a lot of other special events. I even went to a town hall there after I graduated from UCC in February of 2019. You know, those were a lot of very special events that I got to be a part of, and I was very happy to take the time to be able to meet all the friends that I had met there during my 2.5 years at UCC and get to be able to do all those fun events. And like I said, I was doing extraordinarily well, and it was a lot more fun there because I was doing much better there than I was at high school, because, you know, I was just struggling to even be able to get through high school. And, you know, for that to translate into a more successful time at Union County College, you know, that's something that I really didn't even have in my cards at all. That first graduation that I had from Union County College in January 2019, that's going to be a moment that I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. You know, I had my dad, my stepmom, and my little brother with me there, and, you know, getting that associate's degree was really the new big milestone up until now, and that was a very special moment for me. And like I said, it also kickstarted my transition to Kean University. Like I I said, I originally wanted to go to Rutgers in New Brunswick, but Kean University up there in Union, it was very cheap, very affordable, and more importantly, it was very close here to my home, so I didn't even have to dorm there. And even though it was not the best school there is in the world, it is probably one of the best ones that you can afford here in New Jersey, and probably one of the best colleges in the state. Obviously, I made the decision after I graduated from UCC that I'm going to change course. That's where I'm going to go, and that's where I'm going to get my degree at. And I'm going to be honest with you, I really loved my time at Kean University. It was a very fun 2 years there that I got to spend. There was just so many things that I got to do there at Kean University as well. You know, Kean TV, you know, I got to create my own show there. I also got to do a couple of internships. You know, I mentioned the Best Buddies one. I also got a second internship later that year that I was able to get with the help of Kean University's Career Center with Choices, which was a education program in New York. You know, I just did a lot of very good things at Kean University, and I just had a lot of fun there. And as usual, like I said, I was getting straight A's as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, it took quite a journey there at Kean to get to this point, because you know, there was a lot going on in my life during those 2 years there. As I had mentioned, I had lost my friend Tito at least the month before I started. I had a lot of problems with my mental health. I gained a whole lot of weight, and now, as you've mentioned, I look nearly 80 pounds slimmer now than I was at this point last year. And yeah, you know, the last year that I spent there, that was a whole lot of drama there because of everything that was happening with the coronavirus pandemic. I had to spend literally the entire second half of the spring semester as well as all of the fall semester virtually. I'm going to be honest with you, I had no idea what to expect because, you know, I had never taken a college class, none of us a class in general, virtually online at home. And to be honest with you, I felt like it was going to turn into a complete 180 from what I had when it came to all the classes that I had in person. I thought that I wasn't going to do very well, but I always find a way to prove myself wrong. And the final semester, you know, that was extremely emotional for me because, you know, the fact that it had to be virtual instead of in person, I wasn't able to get to meet up with all the friends that I had made at Kean at that time and, you know, share my last semester with them. I had to do it all virtually, you know, because there was so much going on during that final semester. It just flew by very fast. And, you know, it almost felt like that it was my first semester, you know, like I didn't know what to expect. You know, I just came in with the expectation of just getting through all my classes, but with a little bit of a twist. You know, it also had to involve me just, you know, saying goodbye to all my friends and just, you know, doing the best I can to be able to get through this last semester and just make it enjoyable, considering all the circumstances that I had to get through around that time. And, you know, to be able to make it to this point with what will most likely be another straight A semester to finish off my collegiate career and perhaps summa cum laude honors, which I'm going to be honest with you, would be shocking to me for somebody that, you know, struggled tremendously in high school. I only was able to get out there with like, what, 2.5, 2.6 GPA, something like that. Man, you know, to get summa cum laude honors, you know, that's a big honor. You know, I'm graduating pretty much near the top of my class at Kean University, and that's just something that, you know, I cannot be any more thankful for. And yeah, I really do not know if there is going to be a graduation ceremony in May next year in person. I mean, I really hope it's in person because I really want to meet with all the people that I'm going to be graduating with in May and, you know, just celebrate that day with them because, you know, it's going to be a very special day to celebrate with all my friends and family. And so, yeah, hopefully we can have an in-person ceremony at Kean. We can meet all of those people and, yeah, just have a lot of fun and meet all of those classmates that I got to spend time with one more time before we go off in the adult world and just start finding the avenue that I want to take to be able to continue my journey into the TV and film industry. But yeah, these last 4.5 years, you know, considering everything that I had to go through to be able to get to this point, it was just a very wild ride. And, you know, I'm happy that I was able to take you along for the ride and for you guys to be able to spend a little bit of my time there in college with me because, you know, I was able to share some of my experiences with you and all the friends and family as well as all the professors and staff I got to meet there at UCC and Kean University at that time. I just want to thank all of you for making a very fun 4.5 years for me because I wouldn't be able to get to this point if it weren't for you guys. So I really want to thank every single one of you for that. So So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really have no idea what's next right now. You know, the semester is over. My time in college is over for now. I mean, I'm hoping that in the future I can probably make enough money to go for a master's degree, maybe somewhere at Tisch School of Arts in New York or at Emerson, but I just don't have the money to afford that right now. So for right now, my college days were pretty much done. So, you know, I got a lot of work to do now to be able to keep up with all my friends and also, you know, just start finding jobs in TV and film. So, you know, I'm probably going to take the next week or two to just celebrate this moment, you know, celebrate this with all my friends and family. And yeah, come the new year, I'm just going to go ahead and start finding jobs in TV and film and try to see if I can work my way up to get where I want to be, you know, in both television and film production. And yeah, hopefully within the next month or so, because I'm not going to be too optimistic because I don't expect to get one like right away, but hopefully within the next couple months or so, I can finally find a position in TV and film and I can kickstart my career from there. And everything else that I'm going to talk about when it comes to what's next, as well as my look back at 2020, I'm going to be talking about in my final video of 2020 next week. So stay tuned for next week. I'm going to talk about everything else from there. But otherwise, to everybody that was with me for the ride the last 4.5 years of college, thank you for making my 4.5 years of college very enjoyable. It was such an extraordinary experience to get to be part with all of you and see all of you soon in person in the near future, because I don't want to leave any of you guys anytime soon. So everybody that I met in college, hopefully we get to meet each other again soon. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you all enjoyed it, and if you want to see more of my content, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my latest video is released. As always, be sure to comment below on future suggestions for all of my videos, whether or not it's vlogs, projects, or challenges. Be sure to leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to make them. And as always, follow me on social media. All the links are in the description below. That's going to do it to this video. I have one more video planned for 2020, which is my look back at 2020, as well as everything that's going to happen in the future when it comes to me personally and my YouTube channel. So stay tuned for next week. I got one very special video that I'm going to make to send off 2020 with a bang. But otherwise, that's it for this video. Hope you all are having another great day, and I'll see you next week for one final video in 2020. So long, everybody.